Hi everybody, Chef Beau here. I'm at the Belmont Hills Country Club. We're on the patio. Beautiful day here. Remember, we still have open dates. If you want to get married here, you can get married right on the first hole here. We've got the banquet room right behind us. Before we get going today, we're going to be making gnocchis from scratch. Kind of a little difficult with all this different stuff. I try to do these videos that you don't have to come up with a lot of this stuff. But once I started making it, I said, well, you need this stuff to get this made. But before we get going, I want to thank everybody, the Ohio Valley and everybody that brought a whole bunch of food during the flood. You had us cooking for 10, 12 days, every day, sending that food out. So great job, everybody, pulling together. I also want to thank everybody for giving me all the nice wishes for the Italian Festival this year. I really appreciate everything that everybody said. Can't thank everybody, but it was a great time. My whole family was in. We had a good time at the festival. Quick little story, went to Sunday Mass. They have it right on the river. It's a beautiful Mass. So I don't know if it was my aunt visiting from Florida, it was me. Somebody didn't go to church enough because the skies opened up while we were sitting there and umbrellas didn't help us. So after that, we all ran underneath the tent and finished the Mass from watching it there. So my Aunt Elizabeth, if you're watching, I kind of think it was you, couldn't have been me. God was a little mad at somebody. All right, so let's talk about this gnocchis we're going to make today. You're going to have some different supplies. We have a sifter, a masher, a little basket to grab out. When they're done, we got a little piece of marble here, but you can do it on a piece of stainless steel. This is what we do to use to cut the dough. Little dough scraper there. All right, so what we do here is we got 3 potatoes here that I had poked, and I just baked these. They took about an hour. These are russet potatoes. I poked them to get the steam and the water out of them. The water, you don't want water is like an enemy when it comes to making these homemade gnocchis. So I can tell you what happens. Like here's a raw potato, and if you put a fork in there, look at all the moisture that comes out of there. So what I do is I bake these. I bake these potatoes. I put them on a rack. I don't put them on a pan. The pan, sometimes you get all that on the bottom of it. It makes your potato bad on the inside. Some people boil them. Boiling, you could boil. That works also. You don't add any more water. You don't do anything. But when you bake them, you can leave about 25% of that water comes out of your potato. So we'll cut these potatoes. Now the ratio on these potatoes, this is about 2 pounds of potatoes. So really, the main thing is you get every pound of potatoes, we use 1 egg on it. Okay, so we're going to be using 2 eggs when we mix this up. I left these eggs. Some people just use yolks. I'm going to use the whole egg. Maybe. We're going to mix that up real quick right here. All right. These are russet potatoes. So we're going to find my little spoon. I'll use the fork for now. There it is. Whose hand was that? All right, so here's the masher. See, it comes in 2 pieces here. Put it in, mash it. It's a potato ricer, okay? So we're going to take the potato out of there. These potatoes are still a little warm. I let them sit. We're going to do half at a time. And I'm not using gloves because you have to knead this dough out when we get it going. Okay, so watch that come out. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Look. All right, that extra potato now. I'll get the rest of it right here. So we got about 2 pounds of potatoes. The flour is 1.5 cups for 2 pounds of potatoes. Like 3/4 of a cup for 1 pound. I go about 1.5 cups of flour. All right. Get that. That nice? That makes great mashed potatoes too. Kind of looks like rice. All right, we're gonna get this off to the side. There, we'll get these out of here. We don't need those potato skins. Okay, so 1.5 cups of flour I got right here. 2 pounds of potatoes, 1.5 cups of flour. 3/4 of a cup for 1 pound, but you're gonna probably want to do at least 2 pounds. All right, so we're gonna put this, you use real fine flour, 00 flour, or any other flour you have. An all-purpose flour would work. All right. Put that there. We'll drop a little flour on there. So we're going to take the dough scraper and actually let some of that steam out. Pretty simple so far. All we did was bake the potatoes, let them sit, put a little air holes in them, get some of that steam out. And we're going to add the egg to it. I don't add all the egg because I could add more if I need it. And then, like that, just keep getting it in there like that. I'm not going to try to touch this till I get it all mixed up, because you'll never get it off your hands. Now, when I make my gnocchis, I like putting a little salt, a couple nice pinches of salt, pecorino romano, and I'm going to put a little more flour here. Keep it going, keep mixing it up like that. You could use a dough scraper. If you don't have a dough scraper, you could use the masher. The masher almost does the same thing. I just like using the dough scraper. The key is you have to get these potatoes, like if you had a manual masher, I mean, you could do it, but the ricer is really the key to this whole thing. You see the dough starting to form. This isn't like pizza dough because this is all potato. All right, so we still got all this flour left, so we're gonna put a little more flour on here. Keep mixing it in. Folding it.
Are you folding again?
We're folding it again.
Keep folding it.
But get all that flour mixed up. I think now it's about ready for me to get my hands into it. So we're gonna get that out of the way. All right. It's still a little wet, believe it or not. I feel it, but it's not sticking to my hands, so that's what you want right there. Just keep folding it and tender. You want to be nice and tender with it. Add a little more flour. I still feel it wet. Keep it off the board. folding it over, fold it over. Look, we almost used that whole thing. Some people put nutmeg in this. Did I say that? I'm not crazy about the nutmeg in them. This dough's looking nice. Just keep folding it in. It's just about done. Use up all your flour. There's your dough right there. You got a little bit of flour left. That will be broken in. All right, that's looking nice. Let me clean off my board a little. You always want to try to keep your work area clean. Show you what we're going to do now. So, what we're going to do is we're going to let that sit. You let that sit for 5 minutes. Nothing's going to hurt it. Some people like getting it done right away. We're going to let it sit for 5 minutes. I'm going to wipe my hands off here. And we're going to make a quick sauce for that. Then we're going to drop them. Once you roll them out and drop them, it takes 1 minute in the boiling water, a little salted water we got here. Just has to be boiling. It don't have to be a rolling boil. Just a nice boil. They take 1 minute to go on them. So let's see what we're going to do here. So I think we're going to make you could do pesto gnocchis. You could do aglio gnocchis. I'm going to make a bianco, little cream sauce for them. So when they're done, we'll just drop them in. So we're going to go with a little olive oil. I want to get that out of there so I can get the bowl rolling. We're going to put a little bit of garlic. And put a little salt. Pepper. So if you have a grinder, use grinder, but not everybody has a grinder. Now you can put bacon in if you want. I cut up some super and sod. What do you want, John?
Super sod.
All right, so we're going to fry a little bit of salami. I cut it nice and thin.
I mean, you might have to put a little bit of bacon too.
We're going to double it up.
Just a little bit.
All right, we'll go.
There you go.
Bacon never hurts anything, right? All right, I'll let that go. I'm going to put a little bit of parsley. So this is wine and heavy cream, salt and pepper, parsley. You could put a little bit of cheese in it, but you don't want to make that would almost like make it an Alfredo. We want it more like a cream sauce, just a flavored, simple cream sauce. It's a little heavy cream here. And then I put a little, I'm not drinking it out of the bottle, so a little bit of wine.
All right. Smells like a winner.
So we're going to let that reduce down. We do the gnocchis. We're going to put the gnocchis right in that. Until then, we're going to start making these real quick. So we're going to flour down our board. Okay, we're gonna, you can either cut them, I'm just gonna use a scraper here. All right, and then we're going to take it. You're just going to roll it out like a breadstick. They are going to go a little bit bigger when you put them in the water. If you want to multi, you could do them. You could put a few together and cut them. Move these guys up. Always keep flour on your board because you can see it's starting to stick a little. Not too much flour, else it'll just keep sliding. Pretty easy, right, so far?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's afraid of making homemade gnocchis, but these dumplings are delicious. Let's come on, guys, get over here. I put on the flour. All right, that's reducing down. You can smell the wine burning off there. All right, so we got these like that. Let's just say we're gonna cut them about that big. Separate them so they don't get stuck together. All right. So there's all different methods on rolling them. Like my grandmother just did this. She just put a hole in it like that. That's just to catch the sauce, whatever sauce you're going to put in it. If you have one of these little boards, gnocchi board, just roll it down the board. You see those lines on it? If you got nothing to do on a Sunday, you can do that all day. You always wonder how they got those little lines on them, right? But we're not going to do this all day.
Can you do the fork?
Then we're going to do the fork next.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So the fork, you want to get it, flip it over. You want to push down on it. Just get it, bring it over. See that? There's another thing here. You got nothing to do. Especially if there's football on, right? You don't want to watch football. I'll be putting my finger in every one of them.
Yes.
All right. That's good, right? You got the idea? So there's 3 different methods. This method is, well, you don't have to do nothing. That's the method I like there. All right, so that's good. That reduced down. I turned off the flame there. All right, so then you want a pan with some baking paper, some flour. Now you put that on there. You put a few like this. Put a few of those in there.
That's somebody teeing off.
It's teeing off, or I thought it hit me. All right. We got a lot of gnocchis here. Now what you can do with these, if you want, you could just take this, put it right in the freezer, and save it for another day. Once it freezes, you can put them in Ziploc bags and you can have them forever. Cook them fresh to order whenever you want to use them. All right, so right now we're going to drop them in. I think that should be good enough. Try not to put them on top of one another. Oops, sorry, John. These are going to be light and airy. They should melt right in your mouth. All right. Well, you need a lot of room to do stuff, right? I thought I had enough room here. All right, so you want to loosen them up from the bottom. Make sure so they don't stick to the bottom. Now, once eventually, they're going to float to the top. Hopefully. When they float to the top, about a minute floating up to the top, and they're pretty much done. So until then, I'll get this baby going again. I'm going to reduce this down. I'm going to put a little Little butter in there. I might put another shot of little cream on here just so it don't get too thick on us. If you want, you can put lemon in it. Seems like it won't work, but lemon in this sauce is actually delicious. All right, let's check these guys out.
A couple floaters.
They're starting to come up. Yep, they're all coming up. Put a little pepper in here. We're outside in this sterno butane, got a little wind going, so we don't have that coming to a roaring boil. You don't need a roaring boil. We need a little tad more than that, but it's still working. These are just about done. Give another 30 seconds. We're going to put it together. Put a little parsley here.
Oh, there we go.
I think we're all up.
Yeah. Just like that.
All right. So you could do, we're going to put them right in here, then we'll plate it. You can do your marinara sauce. This. Is that beautiful? This is a Bianco sauce, pesto, any sauce you want. This is just something a little different. We make this, we make oil and garlic gnocchis in Benwood. We make a marinara, we make pesto. So if you go in there, you ask for Cindy or Corey or Mark, they'll be glad to make it for you. So, okay, watch, move that camera up a little. So if that come to a quick boil, we're going to plate it and then mangiata. I should have took one out and cut it so you could see it. See the texture. See it? It's beautiful. Oh, couldn't let that go.
This big gnocchi.
Oh, excuse me. You cut them a little small, they'll be a little bit smaller, depending on whatever you like. Look at that. There you go, gnocchis Bianco. Undos. You like this? I'll have the recipe in the comment section. Like it and share it. Please. We're going to be starting this thing up again. But we love everybody's support to keep it going. Put a little garnish on there. And then we're going to mangiata. You want to switch, John? No, I'll definitely have some. That is amazing. But you should wait till it cools down a little. It was super hot. But I got through it. We're right through it. Everybody, see you next week. Thank you.